Hello everybody, it's Ninjaz, and I am taking another look today at Skyforge. Today in particular, we're going to be taking a bit of a peek at the various classes that are going to be in the game. Currently, as far as I know, at launch time there will be a total of 12 different classes, and we are going to just take a quick look at each class, specifically how each one of them fares in combat. Now, I don't have all of the classes unlocked, so to do this, we are at the research center here, and we are going to be taking a look at the training area. Once you're in the training area, you can test out any of the classes that you want to try out, and you can even unlock the costume for that class. Thanks for walking right through me there, dude. Anyways, without further ado, we're just going to hop in here. Since there's 12 classes, this will probably take a few minutes. Depending on how quickly I can go through all these tutorials, we may have to break this up into 2 videos, but we'll see. Okay, so here we are in the training lab, and you can see there's a bunch of classes over there. There's a bunch more classes over there. There's a bunch more classes over there. Alright, that doesn't add up right. That's 13. There's 13 classes. I miscounted. So, all we got to do, if we want to try out a class, is come up here and press the button. And it will change me to whatever that class is. Currently, I've got it on Witch, and then we will go through and do the training for each one of these. And once you finish the training for each class, you get that default costume, so you can actually change to it whenever you want to, whether you're that class or not. Let's see here. Use corruption. That was it. It's a very weak but interesting skill. The training thing is pretty cool because it gives you a pretty good idea of what each one of these classes is capable of in combat. So, boom. Okay, this is quite weird. This is the Killer Crow's ability. Just attacks with the crows. I've not yet tried the Witch at all, so this is quite new for me. Explosion of Darkness. So we do... boom. That did quite a bit of damage. Nice. So, boom. 1. Boom. That does a lot of damage. Dark Ritual. Okay. No idea what that did. I want to go back to my blowing things up here. Oops. I'm just gonna crow you to death. Whee! It's a weird class. I can't say I dislike it though. It's pretty interesting. Use Flock of Crows. Use Extermination. So, crow on him, do that, do that. Crow, 1. Waiting for cooldown. 2. Crow. She's got some weird combos that do some pretty big AoEs with a lot of damage to them. Transformation. Wait, what is that? It's like a little chicken raptor. Oh, I totally want this class now. I didn't know you could turn things into chicken raptors. Yes, there's probably a technical term for that dinosaur that I am not using properly. I'm okay with that. We should be just about done with this class. Well, yep. At the end of every... end of every training thing, I completely forget how to do any of my abilities. There we go. But at the end of every one of these training things, you get a chance to fight with opponents that will actually try to hurt you. Okay, switch. So this is the very, very last guy, this laser beam guy. She made pretty short work of him. Alright, now we're back to the Paladin. So, we finish that, and then we press an option here, and we get the costume. Now, the reason you see two of them there is because it gives you one for the male and one for the female. So, despite me playing a female character, I get both. So, you can change your gender if you want to. So there is the witch. Got the kinetic here. These guys throw these weird energy bolas. They can dish out quite a bit of damage if you get them going right, but this attack is quite powerful. They take a lot of charge up, though. I honestly thought I was going to punch them with these big gloves on, but, you know. Whatever. So gravity zone there. Gravity ball. Which, in case you didn't see that, I rolled right through them all. Energy wave, charge level 3. A little too far away. Hey, they're supposed to be dead. Like, they're kind of single target, they're kind of multiple targets in a line. Get rid of all big guy. This by far seems to be the most effective attack, but it's a single target only attack. Move while you're firing it up until you get to the point where you actually launch it. Good to know. I can't actually pick up the health drops in here. Alright, here is our big guy. Ooh, ah, crud. That hit me. Just gonna take pot shots at him while he's doing that. And there we go, we finished that one. Now I've done that one before, so I already had the costume for it. But that's 2 down, quite a few left to go. Let's take a look up at the Slayer next. This is another one I've done before. This is, though, one of my favorites. Very fast-paced. Very high damage output. Mostly melee. Shuriken attack. There are some AoE attacks in here as well, obviously. I don't know why they didn't bother to just call this a ninja, because that's very clearly what they've modeled it after. She backs up really, really fast. Alright, what do we got? Backflip. Bam, bam. Oops. 1, 2. Let's try that again. 1, 2. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. It's actually slightly harder to do than it looks. Backstab. As you can see, compared to the other classes, she's having very little trouble just mowing right through these. Okay, that's interesting. So there's 2 versions of that attack. There's the charge down one, which pulls them towards me, and then there's the tap one, which just pulls me towards it. That creates a fake me. Which apparently does damage, so... Twilight Scourge. Oh yes, I remember this one. This does crazy damage. Alright, so here we are. Already towards the end of this one. Use a couple AoEs to get rid of these guys real quick. And big by laser beam. See how much damage we can get through this guy. We're taking him down really quick here. Ooh, that was close. And that was it. Very quick on the Slayer there. Next up, we have the Knight. This is very similar to the Paladin class from what I can tell, although they use a long spear instead of a shield. Okay, so basic attacks. Interesting. Huh. The buttons it was telling me to click was left, left, and then right, and I was pressing left, left, and then right, and it wasn't working, but it counted it when I was pressing left, 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 so... Okay, it got the directions mixed up. Now when I click left, left, right, it works. But it's telling me to click left, left, left. So... It's pretty forgiving though. If you mess it up and you kill the guy, it just continues on anyways. Use stray attack. Big sweeping motion here. Got some nice reach on this weapon. Battering ram. Not the highest damage output, though. Use Earthquake. Long hold. That was cool. Use Stunning Blow. That's another new one. I've not seen that before. I just run up and Earthquake him. Okay. I'm guessing that's one of those attacks that absorbs damage and then reflects it. Use Tantrum. How long is that spear's reach? That's pretty long. Now, if you want to know what these abilities do in detail, you can, of course, look them up. You do have all of the info available to you here. Oh, we're going up. Bam. Okay, those spawned in before it blacked out. I'll try this. Didn't do a whole lot of damage, so yeah, it must be all reflected damage. This is the class that I was playing with in the last video. You didn't get to see a whole lot of it in action, and I apologize for that, but couldn't really be helped due to time constraints. And now with the early access release, which is currently what I'm playing in, you actually are back to your default 3 classes available on starting up, so it is not an option to me right now. So if you don't have the premium unlock packages, you will be required to unlock things manually through the Ascension release. Knight is one I'd like to pick up, but it is not the one that I am aiming for, and you'll see which one I'm aiming for in a little bit. So there is the first 4 of these characters. Next up we have the Gunner, and the Gunner is an interesting one. Kind of ridiculously overpowered if you ask me, but hey. There's your first one. So, basically the gist of this is you fire a bunch, you build up heat, then you switch your gun mode. There we go. To that. So we switch to machine gun mode, and then use rapid fire. Plasma beam in rifle mode. Need more resources? Let's go back to doing what you were doing. Now we need missile launcher mode. Yep, that's my gun. And just watch how broken this is. It's artillery, basically. And if you thought the first one was broken, I don't even have to change my position yet. Okay, now I do. You can fire while running. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Dodge. Yes, if you thought this looked easy with the Slayer, well, that's how easy it is with the Gunner. Next up, we're taking a look at the Cryomancer. This is one of the 3 starting classes that you will get upon starting the game up. You get the Cryomancer, the Paladin, and the Lightbender. So these are the 3 that you will be able to swap from freely at will, literally at any point in the game. We will start up the Cryomancer and see what that's all about. Quite a bit of damage. Facial fangs. Help if I got a bit closer, I think. Okay, now I just have to eliminate them, so it just wanted me to use the ability. I didn't have to actually hit them with it. Icy Missile, charge level 2. I have to say, for all that charging, that's a little disappointing. Snowball. It's like bowling. This is great. Aw, I want to do it again. No, don't move. I'm busy trying to kill you. Alright, this should be the last guy here. guess it does do quite a bit of damage if you get a good charge. Oh, come on. Right at the last second. Okay. Cryomancer costume. Now it's time for the class that we are right now. So, we'll take a look at my class, the Paladin. I do kind of like the technical aspect of the Paladin, that every swing that you do changes up your attack. Some of the other classes work in a similar fashion. Paladins normally aren't quite this strong. I think it's actually doing the training with all of my Ascension Atlas stuff unlocked, which is going to make me a little bit more powerful in here than normal. But click one. And then boom, boom. Yeah, don't mess that up once, or you're gonna kill them all. So the second combo, 1, 2, blammo. Holy ground. This makes it so that all of my attacks in the area don't charge mana, basically, so I can just keep spamming things if I want to. It's a nice skill. I like it. So, target, press 1, blink. We pop Holy Ground so that I can... And now for our big laser friend. There's that. Got the Paladin costume, which is kind of funny because, you know, I'm a Paladin and I finally got the costume unlocked, but yeah, there's that. Now, this is going to end up taking 2 episodes up. I apologize for that. There's not a whole lot I can do. It does take a little bit of time to go through all of these different classes. So we're going to have to cut the video here, and yeah, we will continue on into a part 2, and we'll show you the rest of the remaining classes. Looks like we've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left, so just over halfway. So, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, leave me a like, comment, or subscribe. It is much appreciated, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.